And that gets us on to our report of the Director of Finance and Operations, the monthly report.
Okay. The monthly report is a slight surplus of about $65,000, and that represents a 9.2% of the annual budget for our fund balance, which is a projected $3.88 million. A couple of highlights. Last month was the video competition grant for $22,000. That was not budgeted for. In addition to that, we've seen a slight uptick in transfer station fees and conveyance. Our revenues that are actually trending higher than budget to exceed the budget, so that's some good news.
Do you think that could have been because of the recent storms?
Well, we waived brush fees at the transfer station, so
Right,
it's not
people
because of the
would
brush.
watch the things in the
It could be. It could be. On our expenditures, we have a surplus in our liability insurance, and also we actually see a possible surplus in our waste management tipping fees, municipal tipping fees of several $1,000s. Those are sort of the areas where we see some significant surpluses. So based on what we budgeted. So that's sort of where the generates the surplus of about $65,000.
Okay, any questions? If not, the next thing are tax refunds. And we have motor vehicle refunds totaling $10,003.62, as set forth in the memo from Pat Crisco dated December 7th. So I'd entertain a motion to approve that.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously.
Add a
Next
bunch
are
of
funding
There
requests.
should be a funding request in here.
There is one.
Yeah.
Sure?
The one for 10,000.
Yeah, we have.
Yep,
We just did
you have that, yeah.
Yeah, that was PDF to people.
Yep, we have it.
So the first funding request is,
It's a letter from him,
Right,
right?
correct.
Along with, yep, I
Yep.
have it.
That's the one.
Yeah.
funding request number 1112-12.
Mhm.
That's from Chief Rowland,
Right.
which we discussed earlier.
It's for it's a $10,000 transfer request from
Computer.
contingency. Right.
Okay.
Wanna borrow this?
Excuse me, I noticed that when copied, they
Didn't copy
they
the
didn't
transfer
copy
form.
the actual transfer, so what is, where is it coming from?
It's a contingency transfer.
In the amount of $10,000.
Right.
Okay.
And that's to facilitate additional expenses as a result of the incurred by the fire department for their computer system and the new administration and transferring. So,
Okay, so entertain a motion to approve funding request number 1112-12 in the amount of $10,000 from contingency.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Is that the only funding?
That's it.
That's it,
in
okay.
addition to, you did one earlier.
Right.
Right.
Next is the business associate agreement with Sterling Benefits.
The, as part of our new benefit plan, the town has initiated an HRA, which is a health reimbursement arrangement. And basically, how it works is, for instance, in a hospital stay, when we discussed this earlier, we had a different agreement. As part of an HRA. So Sterling Benefits, it would be the firm that would actually reimburse the employee. So we would fund an account, and then they would be reimbursed through Sterling Benefits. Sterling Benefits would receive the information and would process the claims. And it's very much a streamlined operation, and with all the HIPAA regulations that exist, Sterling Benefits has all that in place for us, so that it's very much a streamlined operation for us. And they provide that extra level of service for us, which we thought would be beneficial.
What do we pay for this? Yeah, I was gonna ask, is there a cost associated with this?
There would not be a cost associated with this. This would be as part of our current arrangement with our current broker. So they're going to provide us this service through a third party of Sterling Benefits. So so there wouldn't be any additional cost for the town.
And does Sterling Benefits do this for any other?
They do, I've got several recommendations, Bethany's one, Cromwell, there's a few other towns I called that were, satisfied with their service. And, they also are audited in, by a third party, and, that form I have, which basically shows that they're following HIPAA regulations. It's a SAS 50, I think it is, 55, something like that. And, they're also audited by a third party, and that, sort of helps to ensure that they're following the procedure properly.
It's your recommendation that we do this?
Yes.
Okay.
So entertain a motion to approve the business associate agreement with Sterling Benefits.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Next is to approve the town HIPAA policy.
It's actually called Notice of Privacy Good Practices.
That's in your packet, effective December 1, 2011?
Privacy
Yes, yep. And also to appoint a privacy officer, who would be none other than Mr. Genovese.
I would be responsible for reconciling all the claims and all of the payments that were made,
Oh, boy.
so,
Lucky you.
yeah.
Mhm.
So I'd entertain a motion to that effect.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, passes unanimously. The next item is FEMA reimbursement.
It's perfect, thank you. I should bring a typo there.
Oh, okay, another typo?
Yeah,
Okay.
take care
There we
of that.
go. Okay.
This is an update, I take it?
Yes.
FEMA reimbursement?
Yes, it's
Okay.
updated on FEMA reimbursement. It's the attached award letter, which shows the, amount that we received for building damage
Mhm.
in the,
This was the winter, right?
Last winter.
This
Just the
is-
win-
this
last
isn't-
winter.
We haven't
Yeah.
even gotten
Last
This
into
isn't Alfred. This
Irene
is,
and Alfred.
this is what we had
that-
last
January
January.
2011.
Holy smokes.
And we had
Yep.
some building damage, leaks and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Snow on the roof.
Snow on the roof.
Yeah.
Shovel it off the.
I'm sure you're familiar with that. And so we applied to FEMA for reimbursement of that, and you could see here that what we received.
Okay.
So,
Okay, that's an update.
yep.
Next is an update on the RFP for the Country Club of Woodbridge.
3 times.
Along here. We released the RFP for the Country Club of Woodbridge, and, we issued it to, put it on our website, and whenever we issue an RFP on our website, it goes to the, state website, which is a state clearinghouse of all municipal bids. And, it's sort of a one-stop shop for other all the other towns contribute, so that somebody can go to one place and get all municipal
Very good.
bids. So we put all ours up there also, and, we advertised for it in the local paper.
Okay,
New Haven Register, right. And we also sent it out to, all of the firms that we either contacted us or that we're aware managed courses, in Connecticut. And that's, that includes, I'll just give you some examples here. Kemper Sports, Billy Casper Golf, RDC Golf, Sterling Golf Management, Essex Golf Group, New England Golf, which is, manages municipal courses in New Haven. And there's a few others here. And Niblick Golf is another one. And in addition to that, the RFP is also going to be advertised, and I think it's going to be this week, in the PGA of America and the Connecticut Association of Golf Course Superintendents. They have a sort of a weekly newsletter that goes out to all the members in the area, and vendors are also members, similar to other professional firms. I know, like our professional firm for finance officers, there's also members that are vendors, and so that'll reach, I think, a lot of people.
And there's a mandatory pre-bid conference.
It's not mandatory, it's strongly recommended. That's on the 19th, if anybody's interested in attending.
It's on my calendar.
We will
It's mandatory.
basically
Yeah.
present the RFP and what the intent of the RFP is. And then provide the opportunity for anyone to either look at the grounds or the building or ask questions.
What time is that?
10:30, I think.
Okay.
10 o'clock.
Where is it? Is it here or there?
Nope, it's at the facility.
It's at the facility?
Yep.
I have it as,
10:30?
10, I thought, let me
It
just
was
double
originally
check.
10, we changed it to 10:30.
As the what?
It's advertised at 10:30.
It's
A week
advertised
from
at
Monday, the
10:30.
19th.
The
At,
19th.
at the, at, and you'll
This
meet at the clubhouse?
This Monday.
This Monday,
Oh, this Monday, excuse me, you're right, this
It's like
Monday.
4 days from now.
At
10:30.
10:30,
10:30 at the country club.
yep.
So Tony, the places like New England Golf and those ones you mentioned,
Right.
we sent it directly to them? Is that
No, what
you're
happens is we noticed them of a bid being advertised on our website. And, provide them with a link to our website and encourage them to, you know, review the RFP
To access it.
and access it.
saying? So you sent them a letter?
Yeah, an electronic letter, but yes, a letter,
Okay.
yeah. Correct.
This is a pre-bid
It's like an
meeting,
information session,
Right.
right?
like the
Answer
last,
any
like we
questions.
did with,
Yeah.
like we did with the RFP.
We did the
for
same thing with the
Correct.
RFP, right?
Right.
The RFP one was mandatory, this one is not mandatory, but strongly suggested.
And did we say earlier today something about it was sent to MDM or?
I gave Matt the same information I gave all the others, that we have an RFP, it's available on our website for his review. And he said, thank you very much.
Okay, under other,
I do have an RFP. The police commission met, and, has some minutes from the police commission, which I'm gonna just pass around to you. And it's, once I submit it, I'll explain what that is. We already reviewed. And it is, halfway down. Yeah, I'll read it to the record here.
this is the minutes of the December 2011 Woodbridge Police Commission.
The board voted unanimously that the town of Woodbridge should grant Chief Gene Marcucci a 2% annual increase over and above the annual cost of living increase awarded to all employees during fiscal years 2012, 2013, and 2014. The increase would be effective 1 month after the general cost of living increase takes effect, which would be effectively August 1st, 2011, November 1st, 2012, and August 1st, 2013. And it was voted unanimously, so that would be for your consideration and review, approval, and so that's the commission's felt it was appropriate to take that action based on their review of the chief's performance.
A 2% increase
Just so you're.
over
in
and
case you're curious.
above the annual,
Cost of living increase, which, this year is 2, next year is 2.5, following year is 2, so. The union agreement is approved for each year, non-union, is approved annually by the selectmen, generally follows that same pattern.
This is in connection with his performance, overall performance, and I think also to keep him in line with the chief of police.
Right.
In towns similarly situated. So what we need here is a motion to approve that, is that
Right.
correct?
I assume his base salary is public record.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah,
Actually, it's in
definitely.
the report here, if you look at it,
I don't have something.
in the financials, the
Oh.
monthly report, it says chief of police and it has a salary.
Okay, well, let's pass it.
And
I missed that.
it is
It's in there for all.
99 something. Quite a bit, not right here. 99,590.
So this translates into how much?
So if you take 2% of that,
Sorry,
it's a little less.
it's
than
already
2.
2% already, so an additional 2?
Correct,
So it's
correct, so
4%.
4%. So I'll just.
So it's 4%, 4.5%, 4%.
Correct,
Right.
correct,
Plus 4,000
right.
The cost of living increases that were already approved by who?
In negotiation.
That was a negotiation with the various unions, and those increases are historically passed on to all non-union employees.
Right, and it was approved, by the selectmen, the union was approved, decrease was anyway, a few months ago, when it was done.
Yeah.
Right.
November.
It's a,
Will other commissions be considering comparable compensation for the other department heads?
They may be, to the extent that they set those, yeah.
Let me ask a question. Last year, did the same thing happen?
No.
And what, do we know what had happened the year before?
No.
So it was just cost of living increases for
Correct.
the last couple of years?
correct, correct.
Okay. So clearly, the commission, which is in a much better position than we are perhaps, to judge his performance
Right,
on a more intimate basis, thinks that this is for value received.
Right.
correct.
And I can tell you as a man, someone who's been the liaison to the police commission for a long period of time, that I think Chief Marcucci's done a very good job in relation to running the day-to-day operations of the police department. The morale, I think, is good there, his relationship with the officers is good. I work closely with him during these storms, I observed him and know him, and I concur in the recommendation of the police commission.
Would you like a motion?
Yep.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?